Hi everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back. I am with my friend Sierra.
Hello.
And I will link her channel below. She does videos about living in Japan, lush, zero waste, and being vegan. Ha! I got them.
Yeah, good job.
Today we already filmed a video for her channel, so if you want to see that, you can go right over there. We did how we met and kind of questions like that, like how we met.
Yeah. Stuff we do together.
Stuff we do together, yeah. And so for this video, we are going to continue eating our curry. We are doing a mukbang.
Yeah, or what's left of the
however
mukbang.
you say that.
Yeah, if you click on my video, you'll be able to see what our food looked like before.
Yeah, at the beginning before we
got
ate
into
it.
I don't know how you're supposed to say it. I mean, like, it's halfway there, you know?
Yeah, we saved half of it. So for this video, we're gonna do something a little different. We're still gonna just talk about ourselves.
People like that though. Yeah. My subscribers like that. They're just like, tell me about you. And I'm just like, okay, what do you want to know?
So today we are going to talk about what we were like in high school, and at the end we'll just kind of think, would we have been friends in high school? You know, because like we're friends now, and I feel like we're really good friends now. But like back in the day, would we have been friends?
I don't know. We haven't talked about high school.
We haven't.
Which you guys get to see like the raw footage on the channel, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So we are going to go ahead and get started.
Yeah, and those of you guys who watch Jen's channel, you guys know that there's a lot of pups around here, so there's noise and strange things coming from up here. Yeah. Like this one.
So the first question is the very obvious one. What were you like in high school? Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay.
It's your channel, you go first.
So in high school, I think for the entire 4 years, I was, in the beginning, freshman and sophomore and most of junior year, I was goth. So I just wore a lot of black, and I wore those like strappy pants with like the rivets and the zippers, and
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they sell at Hot Topic. Well, I don't know if they still sell them, but they used to sell them at Hot Topic. So yeah, that's what I wore. Lots of black eyeliner. I even dyed the under part of my hair like black, and then I had like red stripes right here. And then I kind of transitioned more to like the emo. So I still wore a lot of black, but like I didn't wear the strappy pants very much. I kind of wore more like skinny jeans and like Converse and stuff. Not real ones, because parents.
Yeah, no, there was no way I was getting those either.
No, I got like I got like the Payless version. Yeah. Which is fine. Like they still look nice and they're still comfortable, but everyone knows they're not real.
Yeah. And people will tell you. In high school, they did. Yeah, they're like, oh, like they're fake. What's wrong with you? Yeah. It made me so frustrated. I'm like, why does it? Whatever.
Why does it matter? I also like felt the emotions that go along with those styles. So yeah. So I wasn't a very pleasant person to be around. But yeah,
I think it's pleasant now.
Thank you.
For me, like, I don't know, like I was actually talking with like a high school friend, which I know you watch my channel. We text all the time via Facebook. You have a really cute dog. We send pictures back and forth. You know who you are. Like,
hopefully she's watching my video.
Yeah, she probably will.
Probably,
like to me.
Hi, friend.
I was talking to her the other day, and like I feel like in some ways like there's some parts of high school that like I've blocked out. Like for good reason, because high school was awful for everybody. I don't care if you were like the cheerleader, like head cheerleader, or like the football, like high school is bad for everybody. Because some of those people that I don't talk to then, that I talk to now, told me about how like even like being popular they were bullied. So when I was in high school, I don't know, like I feel like I kind of like changed throughout high school. Like when I started high school, like I used to wear like what was cool, but like the cheaper version, because my family had no money and still doesn't. And so like when everyone else was wearing Abercrombie, I would go to like a place called the Fashion Bug. I don't know if like,
oh yeah, Fashion Bug, yeah.
Or like Maurice's, and get like the closest thing that I could get that we could still afford. I would wear that over like my best friend let me borrow this like Tommy Hilfiger sweatshirt, which it was super cool back then. Maybe not so much now depending on where you live. I don't know, but I wear that sweatshirt over like all of my clothes just because like that was like the cooler brand I wanted people like to see me wearing.
Right. Were you like preppy or?
No, like so like I couldn't like, it's hard to like think about like what kind of like personality I had, because I had so many different kinds of friends, and like I didn't have multiple personalities, but like I was kind of like in a way like sort of different, like in different
you were like a chameleon.
Yeah, like a chameleon pretty much. Yeah.
This is my life. Let me go get it.
Kind of like a social chameleon, which like some of my friends from high school growing up would be like, no, you weren't at all. But like I had a lot of different friends because I was interested in a lot of things like when I was in high school.
Right.
Like, I would like to say that I was like one like group of like one type of person, but like I really loved school, which is like, call it whatever you want. I really liked learning and liked school, and so I had like really good friends that would do like were interested in those things. But on the weekends I would hang out with about like 3 really good friends that were totally not like into some of the other activities that I was into. So yeah, and then as like I got older, like when I was younger I really started to care a lot what people thought, and I really wanted like people to like me and things like that. And then as I got older throughout high school, I think I just got tired and then gave up, and then just decided to just be me.
Yeah. It's the best person you can be is yourself.
Yeah. I don't know how different I am now as an adult. Like some people say I'm like my close friends, some of them say I'm different, some say that I'm the same. And I was not about to let someone like say something about one of my friends. It was not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I was like that too. Like I'm really bad at defending myself, but if someone like does something to a friend or my husband, I'm like, no.
Like
I will beat them down
as much as I could. But if someone like was mean to one of my friends, like I was going to tear them apart.
Question number 2 is, what social groups were you a part of in high school? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. We kind of talked about it a little bit already.
Yeah.
So like in my high school, like I had a really small school. My hometown was only like 3,600 people, and so
oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
If you got in trouble,
everyone knew.
If you got in trouble at 8 a.m., somehow your mom knew at 10 a.m. And nobody knows how it happened. But like those are things like your parents would just never find out because there were no parents. But no, there were no secrets in my school. But I had a really close group of friends. We were just all really different. Like within school, I kind of had different groups I would hang out with. Like back then, like I really wanted to go into medicine, and so I had my like medical class friends, and I had like my like foreign language friends, and then I had like my like all my friends were smart, but like I had my like stereotypical like book smart friends, you know what I mean? Like the ones who were just like, oh yeah, we should study together, and like when they came over, like we actually studied.
Oh, I didn't have any friends like that.
I had a couple like that.
I'd have sleepovers with my friend and we would just lay in bed and play on our laptops together.
That's funny.
Do nothing together. That was
and then
our thing.
Yeah. And also I played clarinet, and I was in color guard, which is like the marching flaggy thing. Wait, were you too?
Yes.
Did you play clarinet too?
No.
Oh, okay. But you were in guard? That's so cool.
Yes.
Wow. How long did you do it for?
All 4 years.
Me too. That's really...
After my freshman year, we stopped doing winter guard.
Oh.
And I was really sad. Yeah, our color guard instructor was a bad 4-letter word. And yeah. So he was like, no, I'll do the marching band, but I'm not gonna do winter guard. And he's like, I have better things to do. And I'm like,
band. Like I had a bunch of friends who were in band because I spent a lot of my time playing clarinet and also like marching and stuff. But then like within band there were like little like cliques, which is seems silly when there's only like a couple like not even 200 of us, I don't think. But like I had like there were like the smart band kids that I was friends with, and then like the nerdy band kids who I was friends with, and like the like emo band kids I was friends with. So
that would have been me.
Yeah, like I had like actually like I dated a guy who was emo for a while.
Did you wear those like skin tight jeans?
They were girls' jeans.
Oh yeah.
People used to make jokes about him getting into my pants, literally. Like even though like that never would have happened, like that did not happen in high school, people would make that joke all the time. Yeah, and then like I mean even like within academics there were like kind of like groups. Like I studied Latin in high school, and so for my first 2 years before the teacher ended up retiring, so like I had friends from Latin class that we had like weird like connections just because we took Latin together. And in the summer I would hang out with like my like 3 or 4 best friends. But in school it was like I still saw them every weekend.
Yeah,
it was just so interesting. I wouldn't talk to like my school friends for the entire summer, and then like it's like
you finally go back. Obviously we established that I did color guard.
Yeah.
So I got into color guard actually before I even got into high school. They put up posters in my middle school, and I was in 8th grade, and I was about to go to high school the next year. And I told my mom about it, and she was like, yeah, I think that's a really good idea because your middle school feeds to one high school, but a lot of the kids who go to your middle school are going to be going to a different high school entirely. So I ended up not really having many friends that were going to go to my high school, and she was like, I think that's a really good idea. So I went to the tryouts. I made the squad, team, I don't know. And so we had our band camp 2 weeks before.
Yeah, we had it 1 week before school started.
Okay, yeah, we did 2 weeks, and it was like 8 hours a day. It was ridiculous.
Did you have like sleepaway band camp, or did you have like come to school like cheap kind of band camp?
I did both, actually.
Like, I wish we had had like sleepaway band camp, because I think that would have been a lot more fun.
Yeah. So it wasn't, the sleepaway one I went to wasn't run by my school. It was run by actually a college. I don't remember how much it cost, but it was like 3 days, 3.5 days. It was like over a long weekend. And we basically just learned like different techniques, and we did like a routine, and then at the end the parents would come to like pick up the kids, and then we would do the routine for them. And it was usually to like a popular song. Like one year we did a song by Jimmy Eat World. I think it was called The Middle. Yeah. We did that song, and that was really cool. And I still remember like bits and pieces of the flag work.
I remember like we had to practice so much.
I know, and it's muscle memory.
Yeah. Like I could probably still do the fight song. I'm not going to.
But I also did theater.
I wanted to do theater, but I never did, because I not only did like, I don't know, I was afraid I would make a mistake and be mocked forever.
Oh,
because that happened in my school.
I did take theater, like the theater class, but I also did like the plays and stuff. But I wasn't in them. I did like shift crew and that kind of stuff like during the show. So I wasn't actually in the show, but I was like moving sets around, and I liked helping like paint them and like make the sets and stuff. I thought that was really cool. So I did that kind of stuff, and I also did like ushering for the theater department. I did color guard, and I did theater, and then I think that was basically it. But I had all different kinds of friends too. Like I had some like bad kid friends. You know, we'd not go home after school, and so
hang out because there was nowhere to hang out that wasn't free.
Right.
Yeah,
pretty much. What did you want to do when you left high school? I guess like for a job, versus what are you doing now / what do you want to do now? Because obviously we both just moved to Japan, so neither of us has a full-time job. Or what did you want to do in high school?
Yeah,
so obviously you said medical. Yeah,
I changed a lot throughout high school, and so when I went into high school, I originally wanted to be a veterinarian because I love the fuzzies. Yeah, so I think it was sophomore year, maybe junior year. I took a class called medical occupations after I took anatomy and physiology, and the whole thing is like basically you go to the hospital and you like work for free at the hospital. Like,
that's pretty cool.
It was really cool. You go during your class, you got to like watch surgeries and like ambulate. It was really cool.
High school.
Yeah, like it was like the second half of the semester. Like we learned how to ambulate, then we learned how to take vitals, and so we actually got to go and like do that stuff at the hospital.
That's pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool. And so at that point, like I changed my mind from being like wanting to be like an animal doctor into wanting to be like an RN BSN. After high school, I went to uni, changed my mind about wanting to do, and went into education, and then went overseas and taught English. And that's what I would like to do in Japan, but I just like, I'm having problems with like visa stuff. So,
okay.
Like I wanted to work for a school near here, but they had a lot of like questions on my visa, and they just didn't. They were like, yeah, I don't think, I don't know.
Boo.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, and so now I'm just tutoring, which is really great.
When I was in high school, I wanted to be a forensic anthropologist. Not the guts of people, but like their bones. Which she was my inspiration, Bones, from the TV show. After high school, I took a year off from school, and I worked full-time at Target. Hooray, Target. It's actually where I met my husband. But yeah, so I took a year off just to work and make money, and because I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to go to school for. Yes, I wanted to do a forensic anthropology, but that's not really a major. Like it is, but all the schools are really far away.
Yeah, and like it usually requires graduate work.
Right.
Which is not free.
Right, exactly. You know, that's why I was working to make money, but you know, obviously working at Target, you don't make that much money. So anyway, I ended up applying for a community college, and obviously was accepted. And I ended up getting an associate's in just general studies. And then I went to a university and graduated in 2014 after starting school in 2007. So my college career did take me 7 years because I had to work some of it. I had to, towards the end, my husband, at the time we weren't married, but he was basically like, just study, like just go to school, stop working. You know, you're not able to take enough classes that it's really worth it. So I finished that, and I ended up getting a biological sciences degree. I got a Bachelor of Science. Obviously, that's very far from forensic anthropology. I worked in pharmaceuticals for a while, I worked in food science for a while, and ended up getting laid off from the pharma job. So my dogs were in doggy daycare. Laugh if you must, but it kept them, and you know, it kept them low energy when they got home.
Needs doggy daycare.
Yeah, you know, both of us were working full-time, so they were there all day, 5 days a week. So when I lost my job, I basically was just like, can I work here instead of, you know, paying you? Can I just work here? Because I like dogs, obviously, because I have 3 of them.
Right.
And they were like, you know what? We actually do like need an extra person. They brought me in for an interview, and it ended up working out. I worked there for a little over a year, and then we came here. Short answer, obviously I'm not doing forensic anthropology. I kind of decided to, at least for now, leave science in my past. I still really love it. I'm still super nerdy about it. My husband recently asked me, what do you want to do with your life? He was trying to get like down to the root and like philosophical with me. He's like, what do you want to do? Like, if you could do anything, what do you want to do? And I said, honestly, I want to be a dog. I want to be a dog. So anything that I can do that gets me closer. I know. Anything that I can do that gets me closer to working with dogs, being with dogs, playing with dogs, anything like that. I worked in a kennel, so something like that is just what I want to do. Whether that's, you know, just working there, or maybe working in a vet's office or something like that. So that's what I want to do, at least right now in my life, is work with dogs.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I currently have 4 in my house.
Okay? I mean, someday, like eventually I'd want to be a parent, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, can I just have more dogs? So the last question we have is, would you do high school over again, / was it the best time of your life?
Definitely was not the best time of my life.
No.
The bullying,
worst time.
Like, I have good memories, but the bullying was awful. And
yeah,
like, I didn't get bullied as much as some kids got bullied,
yeah,
but I felt like it was just awful.
Yeah. Fortunately, I personally was not bullied. I feel like I had a pretty tight group of friends, and they sort of like, we were like all protected each other from that kind of negativity. Yeah. You know, the drama kids were all really closely, even like kids I'm not even like friends with. I wouldn't have really considered them friends, but like, I had a crappy boyfriend in the beginning of high school, and he liked to, even after like we broke up and stuff, he liked to spread horrible rumors about me that were not true at all in the slightest. And yeah, so, you know, my drama friends tried to protect me from that kind of stuff. They would tell me like if a new rumor had started. I would not do it over again. Not in a million years. High school was really, really hard for me. High school was not good, like mostly socially, and then also like definitely emotionally, like was not good for me at all. Would not repeat.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely wouldn't want to do it again. Like,
no.
If I were to do it again, there were so many things I feel like I would have done differently, especially because like I have a background of working in public education before we moved here. And so there are so many things that like I put up with when I was in high school that like if I were to go back, even though like they didn't care about bullying back then, like people who were mean to me, like I would have put them in their place.
Yeah.
Like, but I stood up with my friends, but when there were people who were mean to me, I would just like not say anything. Like I have some really good memories, but I feel like I wouldn't want to experience all the bad stuff that went along with the good memories.
If I could like just do the good ones over. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, like when we had this like killer football season, and it was like my sophomore year or something, and like there were more games, and so I just had so much more fun with my friends, things like that. Or like more we got to do more marching shows as well, which was cool. Like more like weekend like activities were really fun. We never did anything illegal, but we definitely got in trouble. Like with our parents, not like legally.
Oh, okay.
Like it's interesting, like when I tell like extended family like stories now, I don't cut out like all like the stuff that I would cut out when I was like 16.
Yeah.
But like now I'm just like, we were doing this, and my mom was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I was 15.
Yeah.
whatever.
I recently told my mom, I was like, hey, do you remember that day that like I had you drop me off up the street at McDonald's? I was like, yeah, we're all gonna meet up at McDonald's up the street and then we're gonna go into school or whatever. And she was like, okay. And I'm telling her the story and she goes, you cut school, didn't you? And I was like, yeah, how'd you know? She's like, I knew the whole time. And I mean, parents know, like they're not dumb. It's just sometimes they don't tell you they know because they want to see if you'll tell them. In my defense, it was a half day. Like we were getting out of school at 10:30. It's not really worth it, so we cut school. That was like my senior skip day. Yeah. But it was just my group of friends.
Yeah, I feel like we did that too. Like we weren't supposed to have a senior skip day, and so like different groups of kids would just skip like eventually.
Yeah. And final question is, do you think we would have been friends in high school? I think that's just a really hard.
Yeah, it is a hard.
It's hard to answer.
Yeah. I think maybe.
Yeah. Well, now that I know that, I'm sorry, I have rice in my mouth. I think now that I know we were both in color guard, I think we would have been friends. Yeah. Because like, when you're in color guard, I don't know why you just form this bond with your guard mates. Yeah.
Or, no, I think one year there was only 10 of us, so.
Yeah. I think the biggest group we ever had was like 12, and then it dwindled from there. Now that I know that, I think we would have been friends.
Probably, yeah.
Before I knew that, I was gonna probably say no.
Yeah, but that's really cool though.
Yeah,
that is things you learn. Like if we hadn't made this video, we probably would never have learned that.
I know.
So
that's crazy.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Did I squish her and she snored louder?
She's fine. She's having a dream.
Okay.
She's chasing bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're finishing each other's sentences. Well, I think that's it for this video.
Yeah, I think that's
We've been filming for a really long time. Yeah. Our food is almost gone.
Almost. Like
almost.
Usually like when I eat Coco's, it takes me like half an hour by myself.
Well, thank you for doing this collab with me. This was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we're having a sleepover and hanging out and getting to do a video together.
Subscribe to Sierra's channel. I'm gonna link her down below. And then while you're there, also hit the like and the subscribe button and maybe the bell. The bell, yeah, if you want to get notifications. Yes. Every time I upload something, which I have no schedule yet, maybe, never, I don't know, whatever I want. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Tell him! That's right! Yes! Yes, rice for free! So many dogs in this house. I love it.
And we're like in a tiny little corner and they all have to be right here.
Yeah, so I was spicy in high school too. Like I've always had something to say.
I'm just like, ow.
Yeah, there are a few times.
I'm sorry, Ruby farted again.
So they're gonna think my food smelled that bad.
No. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
Get him, Rubina, get him! Yeah! I love you. That was really fun.
It was fun. Oops, wrong button.